Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Sound Talk Show. We are coding Emacs Lisp today. It's going to be Emacs Lisp session, so I'm gonna code it and meanwhile also explain. So this is for those of you programmers who are interested in Emacs Lisp, the programming language for text processing. Emacs Lisp is the best programming language for text processing. If you are watching this offline, play at 1.5 speed because I ramble and skip around because I go all over. If you are here, say hi. Love to see your comments. Okay, my keyboard's Glove 80. Fantastic. Ultimate hacking keyboard. Fantastic. Nulia trackball. Fantastic. Logitech 4.5. Got the spin wheel. 502. Fantastic. And my hands are suffering from hand pain so much because I typed so much. So I'm gonna try to use this again. It's been a year delay. I haven't done so yet. So this is called Svalboard, Svalboard, with magnetic walls. Fantastic. This is gonna save me, but I haven't done it yet because I got so much coding to do. So now let's begin. Okay, so play at 1.5 speed if you are into programming. So otherwise, this video is not interesting to you. Okay, so let's begin. So this is a continuation from about 3 weeks ago. Well, has it been? Well, about last week. So last week we tried to do it. We didn't finish. So we're gonna continue this. Okay. So let me show you. Okay. Let's just start to code quickly. Okay. So paste that actually. So start a Emacs Lisp block of code. Paste it there. Pop it out. Okay. So here's the code. So what we want to do, put it back. What we want to do is, okay, let me show you quickly. So JavaScript, so I've been working on JavaScript a lot, my JavaScript in-depth tutorial, because JavaScript, every year there's a new version. So I've been lagging behind for like 3 years. So there is a lot news in JavaScript. So I'm working on it, lots of update, huge amount update in past month. So okay, but what is it we're gonna do? So if you look at this is finite function in JavaScript. So there's this topic box. So let's go there. Okay, I'm gonna go faster. Okay, let me do it quickly. So you got this topic box. So on my website, there are 10,000 HTML files. So on certain pages, you have this topic box, div, topic Excel. Okay, it looks like that. And this is a group of related pages. So when you are reading about JavaScript is finite, a function. So you might want to know about what is undefined. You might want to know about what is null. So they are related topics, okay? So let's go to undefined, okay? So let's use that page as an example. So, okay, so let's paste a link here. So we have a record of what we are talking about. Now let me show you another page, okay? Golang, my Go language tutorial. Okay, so you go to my Go language tutorial, you go to find and replace. So this script will do find replace on 10,000 files or more of multiple find replace pairs. You can do it one shot. So this is written in Golang. I use it every day. So at the bottom, you'll also see find replace scripts. So they are available in Golang. So this is find string grep, just find, no replace. Then you got find replace multiple pairs of regular expression in directory. Then you got Python. This is how you write it in Python. Okay, and then you got Perl version. Perl version is written around year 2000. Okay, so you got the Perl version, then you got Emacs version. So so the point here is I got this topic box. So you see they are related pages. Allows for convenient navigation. Okay, so so let's so let's actually go to the Go find replace. Okay, so let's paste there. So if you go to the Go language find replace, go to the bottom, search for topics. So you see this is a topic box. Each page may be in a different directory. So what is a task? What I want to do is that go through, search for 10,000 files, all my HTML files, find this div class topic. Okay, then so this topic, there are hundreds of topic boxes, but this group of pages are one set. They are all related by this. They are about find replace scripts. Okay, so they are like hundreds of topic boxes, but they are grouped into sets. So this is one set among the 10,000 pages. So what I want to do basically is I want to add ID. Okay, so ID equals to something. So for this one group, one partition, this set of topic box, they all should have the same ID. Okay, so that is what we are doing. I explained in my last talk show on May 3rd, 2025. Okay, so let's begin to code it. Okay, so go to emacs lisp. Okay, so let's see. So we're gonna do it one file first. Okay, we wrote this last time. Go through the web directory, 10,000 HTML files for each one. Find the div class topic XL, then add an ID attribute, ID equals to something. Then for each of the page link in the topic box, same ID must be used. Okay, so let's see. So for each of these file, whatever the ID you are using, that needs to go there. Okay, so that's a task. Okay, so let's okay, so that's a task, and let's do it. Okay, so this define a function. This will process one file of a given file path. So we write this function to process one file, then we'll write another function that traverses the directory that goes through 1,000 files. And for each file, call this function. Okay, so this is just for one file. So we declare a hash table test equal, and so with temp buffer, this is how you quickly open a file for read. This is the most efficient. Okay, with temp buffer. So with temp buffer, then insert file content, file path, then go to point mean, beginning of the file, then declare some variables, then search forward for this topic and H4. H4 is the basically I was using it as ID. H4 is the header. Okay, so you find that pattern, then you set X begin for the beginning position of this div. Then you go to the beginning position, then you forward one character, move to the right, then SGML skip tag forward. That will jump to, so if your cursor here, it will jump to here. Okay, so you see, okay, so select it, select it. Okay, you see, so that go to the beginning or end. That's what this skip SGML skip tag forward. Okay, so you go to the bottom, then you set end to the end of the div, then you grab the text, this set text buffer substring begin end, you grab that div text. Okay, then we start to add it to a hash table. Okay, so but there's one more thing I want to do. Okay, I want to grab the title, so the title is between h4, so in this case that's going to be title. Okay, let's put it here, x title. So x title will be set x title match string. Okay, match string is how you extract the group in a regular expression, this part. So the first one, yes, that's the first one, optional string, we don't care about that. Prettify the code, so that is it. So you got a title. So now we start to push it to a hash table, this table thing. Okay, check if it exists, if not add. Okay, so what I want to do, you see I'm serving hand pen here, and actually now, you know, right hand too, so typing too much. So am I going, let's check, let me check 5 people watching. Okay, say hi. Okay, if you have questions, just ask me. Okay, so the pink window shows all my command calls, such as moving cursor or delete, you know, they update in real time. And the left hand side is the keystroke I'm using. I'm using Soundfly keys. Okay, this package, which is the most efficient key binding for Emacs. You can get it for free on GitHub. Okay, so now let's begin to add it to hash table. Check if, you know, so add to hash table. Check if check if exists, if not add, but if exists push. Okay. Okay, so that's so x key var. So what is x key var? X table. Okay, so x key var, why don't we highlight it? So key var is get hash to see if it's in a hash table. If there's a value and not nil, you know, otherwise it return nil. So if it is in a hash table, you the value. Okay, so in the hash table, the key, what would the key be? Let's see, let's change something. Okay, the key should be, I think the key should be the title. Should it? The key should be the title. Then the value would be yeah, the value would be a list of file path containing that topic box. Okay, so the key var. Okay, so actually this should be just named the key, not key var. Okay, so wait, this means the key's value. Okay, so value of a key. So get hash, check if it's there. So if it is there, then put hash. I don't want to put the text, you want to put the title. Okay, that's a key. So push hash, put into the hash table with this key, then value is add the file path. That's right. Now what does push return? Last time we tried to check it, we forgot because it's not well documented. So let's see, what does push return? Let's try it. So 3 list 1 2 3. Okay, so nice. So evaluate it. void function. Okay, so what? Oh, the list needs to be a variable in order to use push. Okay, so let xx, okay, is a list. So that sets xx to be a list. Then you push. So let's see what it returns. Okay. Okay, so it returns the full result list. Okay. And now, but what does yeah, once you push, I think the variable is also changed. So let's try that. Yep. Okay, so that's some test. Okay, so this push returns the whole list. That's what we want. You put hash to wait, this is not this table, this is title. Okay, so put hash title is a key, then the value, it already exists, you add the file path to the existing value to this table. Correct. Okay, now you only have a single line, so you don't need that PROGN. Now if it does not exist, then it's easy. So push the title and create a list of single item file path to the table. Okay, fantastic. Now, okay, so now this is adding to the hash table. Wow, I think, isn't that already done then? So let's compact this a little bit. Okay, so that's good. So far so good. That will push to the hash table. So after this function is called, we got hash table. Okay, so we can try that. So let's try that. Okay, so clean up the code. So this we don't care. Clean up the code. Now let's add a lexical binding. Okay, so make a backup. Go to the directory. Delete all these backup files. I've been working on JavaScript a whole lot. And this make a backup, compile it, successful, no error. I do byte compile, so because when you do byte compile, it will report, syntactical errors or other. So no error, so that's good. So now we can try to run this. Yeah. Okay, so let's try to run it. Okay, so call that, and you need a file path now. So let's find a file path, this one. Okay, file path. So once you do that, it should create a hash table with how many items? Let's see. Go find string, hash table of one single item, because there's only one die box. Okay. Yeah. So, so you need to print the hash table, otherwise you wouldn't know. So yeah. So now, let's say messages hash table is, okay, so x table. Okay, good. Evaluate that code, and now run this code. Fantastic. Go to the messages buffer. Here is the result. Fantastic, because we got a hash table and we got item, and the key is find replace script, which is this title. Correct. And the value is this file path. Correct. Okay, so that worked for one file. Now let's try some other file. Other file that's got more than one topic box. Okay, so close that. Okay, so software keys, need to mention it. that's the best package I've done. Check it out. So this we don't care. Deb block. Well, actually, okay. So undefined. You want to find some page that has more than one topic box. Okay. So where do you find that? I know in array, JavaScript array prototype, because there you have lots of array methods. So for example, let's say map, there it is. Okay, so the array map function in JavaScript, you got related topics about loop and iteration. Then you got array prototype box. You got 2 box. Fantastic. So copy that, go back here. JavaScript undefined, pasted that there. Okay, so oh yeah, so we want copy the file path, close, go to the code, paste it there. Okay, copy, paste, delete that. Okay, now run this, run. Okay, now let's look at what's a hash table. It seems to show only one hash table. I mean, only one entry. Why is that? Okay, so this it seems to show only one hash entry. JavaScript loop iteration. So that's the first one, but it skipped the second one. Oh, I know why. Of course, obviously, because you are not doing a loop. You see, once you found it, you add it, then you stopped. So you need a while loop. Okay. Okay, so let's add a while loop. Yeah. While you search forward that thing, then what do? Then you do this thing. Okay, predefine the code. Okay, while search forward, then set up a bunch of variables, then yeah, as long as search forward, when it's found, it will return true. So so let's see what arguments I have. Neo t, so bound neo, no error, true. Yes. Okay, yeah, so that's correct. Evaluate it. Okay, wait, wait, this print message should be outside of the while loop. Okay, there. Okay, evaluate the code, go down, go to this one, evaluate it, show message buffer. So you got one key entry, then you got second key entry. Fantastic. Now this hash table, this is hash table literal expression. It's hard to read. Let's print the hash table one entry per line. Okay, so how do you do that? I forgot it. I forgot it's building or not. Okay, so why is this? Is it too small to read? Let's increase it. Okay, hold on a second. Am I doing good? Am I doing good? Say hi, guys. Okay, so Lisp basics, that's correct. This is Lisp programming language fundamentals. You want to go to the data structure, then you want to go to the hash table. So hash table, you want to print the hash table. Check key exists, remove all entries, apply a function to all entries. Yeah, you can do that. Do I have a pretty print hash table there? So XAR format hash table. Okay, so actually I have that command. Okay, and let's look up the documentation. It will format it and okay, and you just print that. Okay, so okay, let's do that. Now that is inside eLisp utilities. Okay, this print and this emacs Lisp utilities you can also get it free. You can download it there. Okay, so copy the file path, close that, go to the talk show, paste it there, emacs Lisp utility. Okay, so that's good to know. And go back to the code, and here we just want to print it. So messages is just actually we can just say print. Okay, do we need format? No, so because it's all here and nice. Prettify the code, evaluate the code, okay, wrong number of arguments. Oh yeah, so yeah, of course, we forgot to give the table arguments. Print, evaluate the code, show in browser, show the message buffer. Fantastic. So you got, you see, you got 2 hash table entries. Fantastic. Now what we want to do is we want to go through a entire directory of files. Okay, so that is traverse directory. So how do you do it? Close that. So you want to traverse directory, which that would be emacs Lisp section chapter. Then traverse directory would be, let's see, buffer file directory, get file info, walk directory there. Okay, so copy that, paste that, so we have a record you guys can check out later. So you want to list all files in a directory recursively? Yes. Okay, so get this one. Directory file recursively. There's a sample code. Let's use a sample code. List directory and all subdirectory. Okay, that's the one we want. It returns a list. Okay, so go back to the code. Now you want to traverse the directory. Okay, so this directory and all subdirectory of files, extension EL, no, not EL, we want HTML. Ignore the whose names start with dot. Okay, that's this. Okay, so right, and give a file path. Okay, so you need a file path. So this path, JavaScript directory. Okay, remove that. Okay, HTML files, then skip dot files. Okay, so that returns a list of all files in a directory and subdir. Okay, once you got that, then you just want to map this function to every file path. Okay, so that you can do map C, and map C is this function lambda. We can actually just call the function. Okay, yes, this function, and the sequence is just this thing. Okay, okay, that seems it. Evaluate that code. Let's okay, evaluate that code, then we can call this now. That should now make sure. Now since we are traversing the directory, we don't need to print, because wait, because the okay, so you actually this won't work, because every time this function is called, it recreate the hash table. So that won't work. You need actually to move this hash table out. Yeah, okay, tedious. Okay, yeah, you need, okay, so yeah, can we do that? Yeah, and let's say define var x table option initial value nil hash table key is title, value is list of file path. Fantastic. Now set x table. So initially make a hash table. Okay, then you don't need this part, and actually then you don't need this part. Okay, so then you don't need the let anymore, so actually delete it, prettify the code. Okay, so we got this it's new, we set it fresh, then you, okay, so let's do it. Okay, so let's see, then you don't want to print it. Okay, so let's see, also remove that. Okay, remove that. Fantastic code. And where do we want to print the hash table? No. So once you've done that, you print the hash table. Is that right? Yes. So once you recurse the directory, call this function on each one. So this function basically go through a file and build a hash table. Okay, then you print it. Okay, now let's double check one more time. We have the hash table. Yeah, that's good. So evaluate. So make a backup. Go to make byte compile. So you got some warning. Dynamic variable x table lacks a prefix. You see, that's kind of it's kind of warning. It wants a prefix. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's add a prefix. Because Emacs doesn't have namespace, so that's why it requires everything to have like a prefix. Okay, so let's change the x table name to x dash table. Okay, do it. Okay, now this part, let's remove those. Okay, let's remove those. Go to the directory, byte compile, successful, no error, delete it, go back here, run the code. So it's running the whole thing. Good morning, guys. How are you doing? Fantastic things going on in the world, especially artificial intelligence and wait, it's already done. I forgot that it's already done. So go to the messages buffer so you can see, wow, so we actually got a whole lot of hash table entries. You can see, so let's highlight. So actually copy it, new buffer, paste it, and stop that. Let's see all the hash table entries starting okay, so that's all the hash table entries. fantastic. So now let's check some of them. The file path should contain more than one entry. So let's see. Let's highlight it. Okay, so all these are just one entry. So one entry would not be right. Okay, so wait. So each key, some of these keys should have more than one. I mean, their value is a list. So some of them, the list should contain more than one item. Are we seeing it? No. ACP, hello. Any comment on the new Pope? Not really. I don't pay attention to that too much because I'm not Christian and I'm not Catholic, and Pope, that is a Christianity thing that is for Western society, Europeans. The God, the Christianity, the religion is like the central history of Europeans, because in a religion, Christianity, you have a king, and that king is called Pope. And for most of the past 1,000 or more years, the head of the church, the Pope, is also like the king, the leader of the nation or even continent. So there's huge amount of fight and lots of other things, So, but in the past 100 or 2 years, that kind of went away, that power structure. So now you have a Pope, which is semantically still the head of the Catholic branch of Christianity, but does not have real like serious political power, such as like controlling a military and stuff. But it's still someone people look up to because religion, So and they have, that's part of human history, of the Western people's history, because it's, for the past 2,000 or more years. So they have rituals, they have like rituals and the rules to select the new Pope and stuff. I don't know much about it. So, okay, so we are trying to determine if our code actually does the right thing. But let's see. So if we go to this array prototype map, you see there are two topic boxes. So if we search for iteration, they should have this list, a list of all these entries. So search for loop iteration. So loop no, it doesn't. Is it because my print hash is just printing one items? This doesn't sound right. You see, it only got one entry. Okay, so that's not right. So delete that. Now maybe my print hash table function is not correct. Yeah, okay, let's just write it. Let's write our own, okay. Okay, so let's look at it. So map hash, lambda key values. I think it should be correct. I think actually my code is incorrect. So key value format key and value. So value format to a string. Value is a list. Format to a string. It should contain multiple items if it does. So my code for print hash is correct. I think our code here is incorrect. Okay, because it so search forward for that topic, then get title, begin position, end position, and get text. Actually, we don't need the text part. Okay, so that's why this should be title. That's why it's wrong. Check for title, not the text. Okay, in fact, I don't need the text. Okay, so it's very annoying that in Lisp you don't have a way to comment out a word. You know, if you want to do that, you have to like comment out a line like that. Kind of annoying. Okay, so anyway, let's just delete the text. Okay, you don't need it. Prettify the code. Okay, so remove the comment. Okay. Okay, so evaluate that. Actually, we can evaluate the whole thing. Evaluate the whole. Show message buffer. So you got copy it, new buffer, and so you highlight that part. There it is. Okay, so wait, close it, reopen it. Now highlight this. Okay, fantastic. So you can see for each hash key you do have several items. Fantastic. So we are successful. Fantastic. So let me make a screenshot of it. Actually, I forget it. Okay, just close it. Okay, so go back here, go to the code. So it's building the hash table successfully. Now what do you want to do next? So actually, yeah, so now you got a hash table. Now you can go through the hash table and so for each key, you know, so we can actually start to do the find and replace. You know, so yeah. So what we can do is that that's right. So for each key, so let's go to hash table. How do you do hash table? Okay, so show in browser. Yeah, not there. What? Okay, so go back to hash table. Practical emacs lisp, no. Lisp basics, yes. Hash table there. So you want to map through hash table. So the function is map hash. Okay, so map hash. Okay, so you map hash table to this table, and what is the lambda, what function you want to do. So for each hash key, so this is key, this is value. So for each key, so what body, so body. Okay, so actually, so let's start a let. So for each key, of the hash table, okay, so actually you do need the full text, not just the title. And you got, so you see, so we got the topic box like that. So for each, okay, so I want to capture the entire text instead of just the title. Okay, so for each key, then you go through, you open each file of that. You know, the key's value is at least the file path. So for each key, you get their list of file path. You open each one. And search for the text of that in that file. Then then you add an attribute of a unique ID. Okay, so something like that. So first of all, so map hash let random string. Okay, so let's say random string. You need to set a random string. Random. Okay, so random. So let's say this means hexadecimal. So this actually, you know, this means hexadecimal input number. So hexadecimal of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 digits. Okay, so if we run it, you see, you're gonna get a number. You see, run it. Okay, then but you want to format into hexadecimal. Okay, so you format and X. Okay, and put that there. Okay, so you run it. You can see run it. It gives you 7-digit hexadecimal. Okay, so that's a random string. Okay, so let's do it here. Okay, so actually set rand string. Okay, let's just say ID. Okay, ID is this random string. So you got ID. Now for each key you want to get a value. Okay, so okay, this is gonna get complicated. Map C, the value is a list. So let's rename it so it's easier to understand. XV means file path. Okay, so for each key map hash, then for each you generate ID, then for each file path, you need to open it. Oh, Jesus, this is getting big. You need to open the file, so you need to, use temp buffer. Okay, I don't think I can finish this because this is a big task, we are, so let me just, you see, so for each hash table key, you do this, you generate the ID, unique ID, then for each of the file path, you open it, create a temp buffer, insert the file path contents into it, you go to the beginning of the buffer, then you search for, you search for example, what's the example? Undefined. You search for this title actually. So you want to search for this. So anyway, we need to make some changes to our code. So instead of using the title as key, I want you use the whole text block as key. Okay, so let's add back that X text. Title, we don't need it much. Okay, so X text is the actual body. Div text. Okay, let's just say that div text. Okay, we deleted our previous code. Now we want it back. So yeah, okay, so begin end. Okay, easy to set. Set div text buffer substring no properties. Okay, so that's how you capture that div block. So let's rename it div block. Okay, so you capture it, then use this div block as a as your hash key. Okay, so not title, you get the div block. Okay, put hash that. So your key is actually this whole big string. Okay, because this way, once you got the hash table, then when you want to modify it, all you have to do is just search for the entire div block. Because if you search the title, it might, some other place might contain that phrase. Then you got to the wrong place. So you want div block. Another way is actually more efficient is that when you add to the hash table, you also save the beginning and end position. So later on, you don't have to search for that text anymore. Just just replace this by a new one. Actually, that would be good. That's yeah. So div block is a key. The value is not just the file path, but the value is a list, and each element is the file path and begin and end position. How about that? That would be good. Oh God, my hands like right here is hurting because typing. Let's have some chocolate, Godiva, Elite chocolate. Okay, what are we doing here? Is this trouble worth it? That's the question. You see, I need to do this for myself. This is gonna be a one-time script because once I do it, I don't need it anymore. Once I added the ID to all these die block. So, but however, the Lisp code is getting slightly complicated. I mean, I can do it, you know. You see, but it's interesting. The other way is do not write the emacs Lisp script. Instead, you try to do this interactively because the full power of Emacs and key macro. So for example, I can search in this directory. This directory of JavaScript is got 900 files. Okay, 900 files. I can search for, search for that. For example, let me show you. So now you got a list of all these files. You can go down. You can, press enter to open any one of them. You can see. So, and you can list all the files. So here are all the files. Okay, there are 500 files, 511 files that contains a topic box. So you can get, you see, so, and this is interactive. Then all you can say is that, for example, I can show you. Okay, open that, show in browser. This is about creating a dark theme in CSS. Okay, I have showed many times. For example, if we go on PowerShell, XR toggle dark theme, you see, CSS, fantastic. Now toggle it back. So, but you go to the bottom, you can see all these topic boxes, right? So now, if I want to, I can do this interactively, what we wanted. So copy that, call this command, which is XR find replace text, okay? Paste, that's what we want to find, enter, and what to replace? Well, replace by add ID, let's say that, okay? Now enter this directory, yes, enter, all HTML files, extension, yes, enter, write changes to file, yes or no, let's say no. Okay, so you can see this is the result if you were to change it. 3 files exactly, 1, 2, 3, or you can navigate by the file path, you see. So do it again. That's repeat complex command. Now let's just say write to file, yes, do it. Okay, now go here, open it, show in browser, dark theme, go to the bottom. You can tell the difference, but you look at the code, you can see it's got a ID. So this is doing this interactively, much simpler. And meanwhile, as you do it, you can check for the validity of what you are doing. For example, if I can call this command, which is XHTML validate all files in a directory, do it. So that means all the 1000 files in this directory is valid. But if you just add, for example, if you just add greater equal sign there, save it, close it, and okay, close this, and what is this? Close it, okay, back to this, so now you call wait, what? HTML validate. Okay, so co-validate again. So validate XML directory tab UR. Okay, so do it in JavaScript directory. It will tell you there's an error. There it is. HTML XML error at this file. Open it, then you see that's why. So if I do this, delete that. If I do this interactively, you can check for your errors or whatever, you can go as you do it. And you don't have to know, you don't need like 1 year or 2 years of emacs lisp experience, such as what I'm trying to code here. The advantage of writing a script is, of course, once you got it, it's one shot. 10,000 files, it's all done. But if you do this manually, like interactively, it'll take a bit more time, like 3 hours. Yeah. So is this interesting? Damsec. Hello, Damsec try. I think maybe we stop here. Okay, so I can do this manually, or I can do this like a script, but the script needs one more hour of work. Yeah, so we are already 1 hour, so I think we stop here. Oh God, this is gonna be, so let's clean up just a little bit. Okay, so for each hash table, so right now, so the div block is the hash table key. Okay, and then so we were thinking of pushing the begin end position. More code. Then we insert file. We didn't do anything, but actually what we want to do is search for the key. So this key is div block. Okay, so now you just search for the div block. Okay, search for that, and option or bound neo, no error should be true, no error should be false, because it should find it, otherwise it's an error, so remove that. So you search forward, that will find the div block. Then you need to search backward, so that you go to, it will search for, like, the cursor will end at the end. Then you need to go to the beginning of the block, then search for the topic, then insert that. Okay, so we almost done. So should we push on? Trying to work on some lead code questions. That's good. That's good for you. Programming exercise. Okay, so you see, so actually what I want to do is, actually, since we are doing it, I want to add the beginning end position to the file path, so you avoid this inefficiency of searching for the text block and then like go back to the beginning. You have to search backward again for the topic. But if you just add that, it will be extremely more efficient. Okay, let's add that. Okay, so beginning end position. So for each value of a hash table key, you don't want just to add a file path. You want to add, okay, here's what you want to add, a vector, okay? A vector is like a tuple in Python, okay? So vector, a file path, and begin position and end position, okay? Fantastic. And similarly here, so so it's actually easier if you just actually do it, okay? Similarly, push this vector to the value of a hash table key. Oh my god, this is actually easier than I thought. So the key of a hash table is a list, and each element of a list is a vector, and the vector will be file path, beginning position, end position, okay? So once you do that, then for each hash table key, you just, then the value, you just create an ID. You actually don't even do it there. So actually open the file path. Okay, the file path. Okay, wait, this is wrong. So this should be value. Hash value. Okay, what should be? File data. Okay. Something like file data. So yeah, I need a break. So actually just let me do it, okay? So file data, and this would be vector. Vector, you want to get the first element, okay? That would be the file path. Okay, so actually, so let me create a, yeah, actually, this is a file path, okay? File path would be set file path would be that. The first element of array is the file path. Then you need begin. Okay, begin end. You set beginning position is array, the first. Okay, then do the same for the end. Array 2. You see, these 3 lines is how you get the file path and beginning and end position. Now, there's a better way to do this. That would be sequence set. Okay, so let's do that. Sequence set file path, beginning, end, and that would be what is array? Oh, file data. File data vector. Okay, so that, you see, so you see, these 3 lines is equivalent to this line. So this is much better. Fantastic. So delete, 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 prettify the code. That's what we will do. So you got a file path, you got the beginning, you got end position, you got file data vector. from this vector. That's right. Then you map a lambda, and you insert the file path content. Then you don't need to go to the beginning anymore. You just go to x begin. Actually, you don't even need that. You just delete the block. Oh God, very. Yeah. So you open the file. That's right. So you open the file. Then you just go to the beginning position. Then you just search forward that. Okay. Then search forward. There is search forward. What do you want to search for? Okay. Search forward for this. Okay. Then search forward for that. Then all you have to do is just insert. Search forward that. Insert. What do you want to insert? You want to insert space and ID. Basically that. Okay. Format. XID. Okay. You need to escape this again. Okay, so let's do that there. And this is that and that. Okay, search for the topic, then just insert ID equals to this XID. Fantastic. Now before we do this, I'm not too happy with this ID, because this ID, which is hexadecimal based, which can get slow. Okay, I want a shorter. So but yeah, but let's leave it, because then let me try to just like complete this job, so we can be done with this video. No, the pain comes only when you are typing. So if I take a break or a day off, it goes away. It happens only when I started to type a lot, especially when you are not careful. Like, for example, when you have online argument, I have online argument with the nerds about bit diddling and other things. So so in an argument, like, you are not paying attention, you just want to keep typing. So that's usually that's a problem. And also, coding does not exacerbate. You see, coding is not really heavy typing. The real heavy typing is when you try to write. When you write this, English. That's really heavy typing, because you are doing it continuously for 10 or 30 minutes. So most programmers, they don't know anything about typing, really. They say they type all the time. They don't really. You want to check with the data entry clerks, which is a profession that no longer exists today. But I used to be in the 90s. You just type, like you have to transcribe some written text into a computer, or via dictation, a salesman read and you type it. Back then it's letters. So So anyway, but typist is still, very relevant. For example, writing programming documentation, writing programming language specification, you just have to type a lot. Or writing a tutorial, JavaScript, what is a property, what is object, what happened, you have to type tons of text. You have to type. A large part of that is solved by dictation, so I started to use, again, for example, let me show you. For example, we can use Microsoft Dictation. You see? You see, dictation is fantastic. It saves you a lot hand pain. Period. Enter. Now, dictation is also known as voice typing these days, or it was also known as speech recognition. Now, dictation feature these days is very popular. It's available on Windows, also available on the Mac or iPad or iPhone or Android. Of course, if you are the Zoomer generation, you know it well on your phone. Period. And so anyway, this is a demonstration of dictation, period. However, there is a problem. That is, if you are trying to write a programming language tutorial, then dictation does not work well, because the things you need to say is not average daily speech. You need to talk about properties, objects, functions, things like that, or brackets, braces. So dictation doesn't work well. Period. Okay, anyway, so that's the dictation. I think that's it for today. How do you correct? Well, it depends on what you are using. Usually you can just manually correct it, or anyway, so you can learn it. Yeah, so that's it. Bye guys, thanks for watching. So if you like my stuff, go to xali.info, go to xali.info homepage, go to the bottom, donate me, Patreon me, Amazon gift card me, $100, okay, PayPal me, or you can buy my entire website, $300. I send it the whole xali.info, which is technical website about programming, about mathematics. There are about 5,000 or 6,000 files, articles, okay? Yeah, if you count images, then it's gonna be like 20,000 files. So there's one person who sent me, who bought it. I haven't sent it to you yet. I will do so tonight, because I need to generate this again. I don't get much, So yeah, so if you like my stuff, pay me, okay? So that's it for today. Bye guys. I hope there's some useful emacs lisp today. So put the code back, syntax correct, show in browser. So this is what we have today. Fantastic. An excursion to text processing in emacs lisp, which is what emacs lisp is most best suited for. More powerful and more flexible and more easier to code than any of Python, Perl, JavaScript, Some people say Perl is the best language for text processing. That's totally false by a magnitude, because Emacs, Lisp got buffers, got cursor position. You can repeat regular expression. You can do lots of things. In Perl or Python, you got this static text. You can't do much compared to Emacs Lisp. Okay, that's it.